Welcome to episode 526, James Monsees and Adam Bowen, e-cigarette king of the world. This is an outline of episode 526. There are two reasons why we study James Monsees and Adam Bowen. First, they spent 10 years and invented a new e-cigarette alternative called Juul. Second, they both became self-made billionaires when Altria, that's the maker of Marlboro and Virginia Slim, bought a minority stake of Juul in December 2018. Let us meet James Monsees. He's 39 years old and a graduate of Stanford University.
I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. My parents always told me I didn't like playing with toys. I liked playing with vacuum cleaner parts. I hated cigarettes. Every time I picked one up, I felt conflicted about it. It stuck with me certainly into college when I really became a smoker.
Let us meet Adam Bowen. He's 43 years old and a classmate of James Monsees at Stanford University.
It was always drawing things, designing things as a kid, airplanes, cars, but you name it really. I didn't realize that there was this career called product design. I was just kind of naturally sketching these things. James and I met while we were in this program at Stanford. We ended up working on a lot of projects that had some social or environmental impact.
On each other's projects, and even more time eventually just talking about cigarettes.
This was in 2004. E-cigarettes didn't exist.
So what is Juul? Juul is the less harmful e-cigarette.
Involves reducing the amount of nicotine in cigarettes and encouraging committed smokers to become vapors instead.
If every smoker today switched to an e-cigarette, would America be safer?
Yes. The hope is that you can wean smokers off of tobacco altogether and off of nicotine altogether. But for a component of smokers, if we can migrate them onto less harmful products, non-combustible products, the presumption is you're going to be reducing risk in an adult population.
So nicotine, to be clear, is not a cause of cancer.
Nicotine's not, it's all the components of combustion. Nicotine's not a completely benign compound. It has side effects, but the cause of cancer and the carcinogens in tobacco are the products of the combustion.
Phase 1, the graduation thesis at Stanford University. The year was 2004.
My friend Adam and I, we were in a graduate program called Product Design. There was a comprehensive thesis that we did last year, but we'd spend a lot of time smoking cigarettes and back and worrying about what our thesis topic would be. Well, one that really struck us was sort of the conflict that we saw in each other when we would smoke cigarettes. I think we saw in each other the need for a better kind of product. The stigma that's associated with cigarettes, it has a lot of really wonderful things to it and a lot of things that we don't necessarily love. If you have the opportunity to use a new technological base to create a new kind of product, why mimic one that has
Phase 2, the invention of the less harmful cigarette, Ploom. The year was 2007.
We eventually developed a product that we introduced called Ploom, which did okay. There was
Phase 3, they launched a cannabis vaping company called Pax Lab in 2012. Phase 4, Juul Lab, launched in 2015, hit the big time.
It's called Juul. Juul looks more like a flash drive or computer device, but it is really another kind of e-cigarette.
Since it launched in 2015, Juul has taken over about 70% of the e-cigarette retail market.
If we build a product that's better than cigarettes, that's one thing, and it's a great start. People want to move past cigarettes. We would hear these anecdotes from 10-year, 20-year smokers. They had tried other e-cigarette products and nothing had worked. There's nothing that really compares to the satisfaction of seeing a smoker, a long-term smoker, pick up Juul and know that they're never going to go back.
On the outside. Juul is an e-cigarette, but it really doesn't look like one. It looks like a tech product, and it's tiny. That allows smokers to get a nicotine fix without having to worry about social stigma, but also allows young users to consume nicotine inconspicuously without having to worry about who sees them.
The concern for children because of the flavor.
But a key part of that experience is under threat. This summer, Juul watched as all flavored tobacco was banned in the company's hometown of San Francisco. Other cities are now considering similar restrictions, fearing that flavors attract young people.
I got a lot of hate mail about this. The tagline was hashtag adults love flavors too, or something like that.
Fair enough.
Adults love flavor. And you know what? What brings me to the table is less concern for adults, but really focusing on children.
Selling out to the big boys. In December 2018, tobacco giant Altria, that is the maker of Marlboro, invested $12.8 billion for a 35% stake in Juul. And both James Monsees and Adam Bowen became self-made billionaires. Thank you for watching. I was a former smoker, so I will always say quit smoking is the best way. My next video will be Monsees and Bowen, Life Lessons. Wishing everyone healthy and prosperous.